This is me. I don't know what you guys were expecting. This is me. This is me. It's kind of weird talking into a camera. I'm not doing the dream thing, but it's kind of weird talking into a camera. Normally I talk into the screen here. Now I'm talking straight into the camera. That's a little weird. So yeah. But today we're starting a series I wanted to do for a little while. This is Dark Souls 1 Remastered. Okay, we're going to be doing a full playthrough of this game from start to finish. I don't care what the views are like. I don't get very high views at the moment anyway. So no point in really caring. This is just a hobby. This is what I want to do. But if you guys do enjoy this type of content and enjoy this playthrough, then please drop a like and subscribe. It's free. And if you ever stop enjoying the content, you can always just unsubscribe. Okay? Yeah, no, so go and get your drinks. I got myself some nice coffee here, and I got myself some water. Stay hydrated and everything, you know? But yeah, it's been a while since I recorded a video, let alone edited one, so the editing might be a little rough. You gotta just wait for me to get hang of things again. And yeah. Let me just throw on my black glasses and let's get right into this. You already know what the name's gonna be. I'm just gonna use the name I've been using, which is Bismo Funyuns. I use this name literally every single playthrough of any of the FromSoft games I do. This is the name I just use. Okay, so we're obviously gonna be male. Okay. Think we're gonna do a strength build. So yeah, I'm thinking this is gonna be a strength build. I was thinking of doing a dex build because it's a bit more interesting, but I think I want this to just be a simple playthrough, you know? So we're gonna start off with a knight. We're gonna start off knight. Gift, no other choice, master key. Physique, I usually go with very slim, but I don't know. Large. Yeah, we're just gonna go very slim. Face, most important part of the game, okay? Now, do we make our character look fucked up, or do we just go with Ryan Reynolds? I think we just go with the Reynolds. I don't know what hair. This is usually the hair I go with, is this one usually. So, I don't know. Might just go with the short hair. Well, let's go with short hair. We're gonna do light brown, because that's what color my hair is, okay? So, we're gonna do that. This is what we're gonna start with. That music, by the way. I love that music. There's a lot of music in this game that I just love. A lot of music in this game I love. Alright. Let's get right into it. Not gonna skip any cutscenes. I usually do, because I've played through this game so long.
Of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire. And with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone scales. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark sign.
It's been a while since I watched these cutscenes. It's actually kind of refreshing. So normally I just plow through the game and just like bam, 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 done. But you know, which this still will be a pretty fast playthrough because we're using a pretty easy build, pretty ooga booga build. It's just a strength build. We're either gonna use the Zweihander or the Black Knight. It's called the...
Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land...
that guy's noise.
The undead are corralled and led to the north.
Led to the north. Put in the fucking dungeon, boys.
Where they are locked away to await the end of the world.
Not very epic. Not very epic at all, boys.
This is your fate.
Nope. You, bro. Bunch of cockroaches and shit. Damn, I'm looking beautiful. God damn. Oh, it's the boy Oscar. You not gonna say anything, Oscar? Damn. Northern Undead Asylum. You can two-hand the weapon, but Oscar, our boy, just dropped the undead cell key. Okay, let's get into this. So, nothing really in this area. That's a boss we're gonna come and fight later on. Like, a decent way through the game. You can come back here, there's a bird, it takes you. It's a bunch of stuff. You know. Dark Souls, it's from South game. It's a whole bunch of stuff. This boy chilling in the water. He doesn't matter though. A lot of you might be also wondering if I'm going for a strength build why I didn't pick the warrior. It's just because I don't know. I like the knight's armor. better for starting armor. However, we're heavy roll, so you gotta get naked down to this. Okay. It's the first boss. He drops down there, and then most people usually die to him first, but nah, you're supposed to come down here. Now you're safe. Then you can rest at this bonfire, but it's a very unlikely that I die, but you can get a rest at it. This is a game I've played through a lot, so I'm hoping this goes smoothly, but since I'm doing a playthrough of it, it'll probably get all fucked up, you know? Just how I am with games, you know? If I'm playing it by myself, completely fine. At least the light roll. So, a very important part of this game. Backstabbing. Backstabbing. Very important. Very important. Especially if you're doing like a dagger build. You definitely want to backstab. Look! It's our boy Oscar. The guy that dropped in there. Some lore about this guy Oscar. He got knocked down by that guy up there. There's a ball. Don't get hit by it.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Of course. Yes.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission.
Oh, that's no good.
But perhaps you can keep the torch lit.
Of course.
There's an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening,
Bell of
fate
awakening.
of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite.
Hey, he gives us the first Estus flasks
this.
we get. And he gives us the
Now I
Asylum
must
to
bid
West
farewell.
key, or East, I mean.
I would hate to harm you
East or
after
West,
death.
I didn't read it.
So go now. And thank you.
So basically he's gonna turn hollow after he dies. And then, yeah, so he wants us to leave him. To leave him be. I'm gonna open up this, it's just like a shortcut. Shouldn't need this, I'm hoping I don't die. And I usually don't. I don't think I ever have. Except for like the first playthrough, because you don't know what you're supposed to do, you know? Basically what we're doing right now is we're just... Actually, I think I can one-hit these guys if I... Oh, no, I can't. It's still 2 hits. Basically what we're doing right now is we're just going back to where Boyo is, which is through there. But, first, we're gonna kill this guy real quick. Backstab. So, like I said, the build we're doing is going to be pretty easy, but the build I normally do when I play this, not normally, but the build that I have played through this game with, I played through it at soul level 1, which is pretty hard, especially a fight we'll get to later. It's a pretty well-known fight. It's called Orstein and Schmo. But one build I've done through this game that's decently hard is I limited myself to 20 vigor, and I played with the Chaos Sword, I think it's called, or Chaos Blade. Basically, it's a blade you can get from Quailag's Soul, one of the bosses we'll fight later, and it does 20, or not 20, but it does a decent amount of damage to you every time you hit an enemy. But yeah. Now, we can fight Boyo here, and you can plunge down, and get a decent amount of damage done. I didn't dodge. I didn't dodge. It's a little rough. I've been playing Bloodborne in my pastime, so not really too used to the whole dodging system of this game. The dodges like really matter in this game. That's weird. Bloodborne, you can fucking dodge a shit ton. That's fine because we do a bar of health. We do a bar of health of damage every hit. I usually get through a fight so much more smoothly though. You hear him? Here, I'll be quiet. You hear him below us? That's the big boy we're in a fight later. He's basically the same thing as that, except for he has an AoE attack. You fight 2 more of those guys in this game. I think it's only 2 more, yeah. You fight 3 in total of this guy, basically. But yeah, now it's a dead end. What are we supposed to do? Guess we'll find out.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen.
It's a big bird.
To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage.
In pilgrimage?
To the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
Lordran. Big bird be driving us by. Driving us? Am I dumb? Dropping us off. There we go. So this is the place we saw in the starting cutscene. Lordran. And this is your little hub world. This is Firelink Shrine. Listen to that music. Oh, it's fucking beautiful, man. It is beautiful. Yeah, so we have this thing called humanity. I'll read the item description. Rare tiny black sprite found on corpses. Used to gain 1 humanity and restore a large amount of HP. The black sprite is called humanity, but little is known about its true nature. If the soul is the source of all life, then what distinguishes the humanity we hold within ourselves? Then the undead treasure these dull green flasks. Fill with Estus at bonfire, fills HP. The Estus flasks are linked to the fire keepers the dark tales also make reference. An emerald flask from the keeper's soul. She lives to protect the flame and dies to protect it further. So basically, that's this flask. Just they heal you. I drink one. It heals me. Yeah. More humanities there, and then yeah, let's level up. Gonna level up strength.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess, fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first, but there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happened. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead? Ah, your face. You're practically hollow. But who knows? Going hollow could solve quite a bit.
So, I forget this guy's name all the time. But, basically, he just sits here. He's a bit of a Debbie Downer, you know? He's a bit of a Debbie Downer. Then if we go over here, I think you can actually hear. Nope, it can't. I think it's after you ring the first spell of awakening. You hear someone snoring in there. We'll find out who that is later. And there's the bird up there. There's the bird. There's an item over here, and then there's one more item in this area I want to get before we progress. There's just fire bombs here. Not really useful. Not to us, at least. This guy, he sells you miracles.
Hello there. I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Thoroland. Have you business with us? If not, I prefer to keep a distance, if possible. Hello there. I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance, but I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this, as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
It's a copper coin. Okay, so a few items I just want to run around and grab real quickly. Feel free to follow along if you're also playing through this game at the same time. That'd be kind of cool, you know. That's not really useful to us, but the other two I think are. Nope, never mind. This one is the one that's actually, there we go, Homeward Bones. And then, forget what this one is. It's a Lloyd Talisman. You can sell them for like 50 a pop later on. So, I'm probably going to die going through here, because there's a bunch of skeletons. You're not supposed to go this way when you start off the game, but a lot of people do. Because it's kind of like the first area you see that's like readily available. I need around you. Not what I want. It's down here what I'm looking for. That's what I wanted. But I'll also grab this, because why not? There we go. Yep. Sometimes I can get through there and I don't die, but a lot of the time you go through that area and you just kind of die. Like, you just kind of do. But we got what I wanted, so that's good. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so this is the weapon we might be using throughout the entire game. A lot of people will use this. I can't use it at the moment, because basically you can get this with lightning, and you can just hide behind a shield the whole game. But I don't like to do that. It's a bit too easy. The build I'm using is pretty easy. I can't wield it yet, but it's 24 strength to wield this weapon. So we are going to stick with the broadsword at the moment. Then if we go down here, there's the Firekeeper. But we can also go down here and go to another area we'll probably die in. But some extra items just for like leveling up and stuff like that. This is New Londo. New Londo Ruins. It's like it's just a little shitty area for the start of the game. Just gonna send that back up because we're probably gonna die here. It's this item. It's just a bunch of hollows down here. We come to this area after we get the Lord Vessel. This area is useful to us. There's the S-Stock. That's a decent weapon if you're doing a dex build. This is just some transient curses, which we don't need. But what we are here to grab, and like I said, if you're playing along, that's kind of cool. we're just going over here to grab basically a Firekeeper soul, which you can use to gain souls, but I use it to, and what you're meant to use it for is basically, oh, and I'm getting this up. But you can use it to upgrade your Estus flask, because as you saw, it didn't really give us too much health right there. That's not the area I usually die in. The area I usually die in is the Valley of the Drakes. That's the area I usually end up dying in, which is the area we are going to right now. If you want to touch up on the lore, there's some body videos you can watch. I forget if there's anything down this way. Don't think there is. Didn't think so. That's how I learned about the lore, at least. This is the way into Blighttown. It's the quicker way, and that's the way we're gonna take, because Blighttown, it's just a shitty area. If you don't know, From Software games always have poisonous swamp areas in them. The easiest one I'd say of all them is probably the Bloodborne one. But basically, yeah, it's just, they're shitty areas. There we go. That's all I wanted. Now you can kill me. There's also an armor set down there if you go further down on that bridge right there. On that bridge right there. There's an armor set as well, but that's pretty useless for this run. Not very useful at all to us. But what we did get was a Stora's Straight Sword, which we're not gonna use because you need 14 faith for it. But basically, Straight Sword of an unknown knight, likely one of Astora's superiors, high quality weapon with a powerful blessing. This is a good starting weapon if you're doing a faith build, and then this is the S-Stock in the Morning Star and stuff like that. But I mainly do it for this shield, the Dragon Crest shield, because you don't need very much for it, and it's pretty good. Later on, we will grab the Grass Crest shield, which is pretty good as well. But yeah, so we have this Firekeeper soul. Each Firekeeper is a corporeal manifestation of her bonfire, and a draw for the humanity which is offered to her. Her soul is gnawed at by infinite humanity, and can boost the power of precious Estus flasks. It can be used to gain humanity and restores HP, at the cost of losing the Firekeeper's soul to reinforce the Estus flasks. So before I accidentally use it, because the first time I played through this game, I didn't read item descriptions because I'd never played a FromSoft game. No response, she cannot speak. Her tongue got cut out, basically. I'm pretty sure the guy up top tells us that if we go and talk to him now, but not really any point. So the first time I played through this game, it was my first From Software game, and I used that to, don't do that. You don't get enough souls to make it actually worth it. It's much better to just go ahead and actually, use it to reinforce your Estus flask. But now we basically almost have done all of our setup, and we can actually head over to Lord Drain and everything. All into strength. 19 strength. Right, yeah, 19 strength. Once we get to 24, then we'll level up a bit of endurance, and vitality will probably bring up to like 15, but vitality's not that important at the moment. There we go. Now we can use it. Okay, let's head into the actual first area of the game now. It's a decent amount of damage it does, huh? Come on. Come over here, big boy. It's a pretty good weapon, especially for the starting of the game. And then this guy down here I'm gonna kill as well, just cause I can, you know? Just cause I can and I wanna. There's an item over there, but it's not that useful. It's just a soul, I think. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember. This is a fucking rat. Rats in this game and dogs in this game. Not very cool. Not very cool at all. Don't like them. We'll save all these souls until we're at our next bonfire, which is relatively close. It's not that far into Lord Ram. But now we are in the Undead Burg. There's an alternative way down there. We'll go to it later. You know, my plan, because the Elden Ring DLC was just announced not too long ago, my plan basically is to play through all of the From Software games. So, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, regrettably, Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne, Demon Souls, which I've never played before, so that'll be my first playthrough ever on this channel. And then, and in general. And then also, it's our first Drake. Well, it should be our first Drake we encountered, but we went to the Valley of Drakes. Anyway. Demon Souls, and then I've also never played Sekiro either. And then Bloodborne is my favorite one, so I'm gonna play through all of them, and then Elden Ring once the DLC comes out. Open up this. There's a wooden shield. Not that important at the moment. Just like a physical defense one, that's all. Killed him, and then I'm pretty sure I won't die this next area, but let's light a bonfire because gotta be safe, you know. I'm gonna lure out these guys over here, just one at a time, hopefully. Come on, just you. Thank you. Don't want to lure out both of them, because at this point in the game, with the vitality I have, I'm pretty sure if both of them hit me, I'd be essentially one-shotted. There we go. They're dead. And then if we go through those boxes, there is guy hiding behind these boxes, and then there is a merchant over here.
Well now, you seem to have your wits about you, hmm? Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale. Things are getting treacherous in these parts. A horrible goat demon has moved in below. And up above, there's that humongous drake and a bull demon too. If you stick around this place, it might end up being your grave.
He just sells, like, nothing too useful to us. He sells a residence key, but I don't think I need that because we have the stuff. He sells the rapier, which is a really good weapon for a dex build. He sells a spear if you didn't pick up that other one. Buckler shield, which is pretty okay. He sells a dagger, and then he just sells arrows and chain leggings. But
What a waste of time. Go and fall off a cliff.
what I'm going to do,
Gone mad, have you? I'll teach you, you lousy rat. Why me? Little.
is I usually kill him, because then you get the residence key for free. Some souls, and you can get the Uchi Katana off of him, which is what I used for any dex builds I've done. It's just a fun weapon. Then down here, there's a bunch of these guys. Chill out now there, pal. Come on up here. Just gonna heal real quick. This guy's not hit too hard, it's just I have... There we go. Then now I can go where they were guarding. Then I'll definitely leave down in the comments if you guys want to see more of the series. I'm gonna do it anyway, but you know, it's always good to know people want to see the series. This is a game that I very much like, and now you can go down here to this part, and there is a light crossbow up here, but that's not too useful to us. Not with this build. Crossbows in this game are kind of just anyway. No one really uses them, except for if it's like a challenge build or something like that. But now we can go and rest at the bonfire we have over here. I almost wanted to call it a lantern for a second. Been playing a bit too much Bloodborne. And use this. Now we have 2 humanity. Use our 4 souls of an undead. Lost undead. Give you a 200 each. Now we can reverse hollowing, which basically just makes it so we're not all, you know, gross looking. And then if we kindle this, it will refill us back to 10 flasks, as opposed to the 5 that every bonfire is standardly. Pump this 1 level into strength. Come over here, buddy. I'm not gonna do this whole area again. Just gonna kill the necessary guys. And it's much better once you can just one-hand this weapon, but we can't at the moment. Chest up here gives you some black fire bombs. Not too useful. Nothing in that room for us, just an enemy. Then up here. Oh no. Oh no. I'm not going to have my first death happen right there. Sometimes they just, I don't know, they just lock you up. Why'd you close the door? Come on in. There we go. There we go. That would have been fucking embarrassing. Yeah, I love this game. It's a great game. Played through it like so many times. I've done every achievement in this game too. Yeah. Just dies in the first area. You do know there's a board there, buddy, right? You can't really throw it. That's where the Capra Demon is, which is an optional boss for S, since we have the Master Key. But if this is your first time playing through, I would recommend you don't get the Master Key, so that way you can experience the game. There's a larger hole. You know? Kill these guys. So there's a guy down here that can be pretty hard to kill. But I am going to make an attempt at doing so. So it's one of the Black Knights. Not the one I want to kill with the Black Knight halberd, but it has the, it's just down there. He has the Black Knight sword, which is a decent weapon to start with, I guess. Could do a build with that if we wanted to. Do this first real quick. So we can get a backstab off on him to start. And then we can firebomb him. Black firebomb him, which is the safer way of doing things. Because I think we only have... Yeah, we have 3 gold pine resin. Which, I mean, we could use. We don't really use it on any bosses. What the heck? Just makes her damage a bit better, that's all. Okay, I did not get the backstab on him. That is not very good. Please don't hurt me, sir. Come on up. I should have two-handed it. Come on, pal. Come on, buddy. Don't want to hurt me now, do you? That's not very nice. Ooh, a Titanite chunk. I'll take that. I'll take that, I guess. I guess I'll take that. And then there's an item down here. It's the blue rhinestone? Tearstone ring. There we go. It just boosts defense while HP is low. That's all. Then there's nothing over there. Slattery is useless over there, basically. But now we can go up here, and we could, since we have the Master Key, we can fight Havel, which I'll fast forward if, well, while we do, because it's pretty boring to watch this fight. Basically, you just dodge roll and hope he doesn't catch you with one of his attacks, because he will one-shot me at this point in the game. Come on up, buddy. Of course. It didn't backstab. See, it's supposed to backstab. And then, you know, you do damage to him. But it didn't. We're in need Havel's Ring too. It's pretty important for this build. Okay, so I've made the decision. I'm not killing Havel in this video because I don't want to take up too much time with that. So we're just gonna fight the next boss now, which he's not too hard. There's a really easy way to kill this guy, which is literally he's a Taurus Demon. You just run over here. Then when you're up here, you fall down. It didn't do the plunge attack. There we go. That's the big boy damage. And then you run. Then while he's over here, dodge the attack and you keep running. It's not that hard. Then after you've ran, you climb back up this ladder and you do the same exact thing. You plunge attack him. It only takes like 2 plunge attacks with this weapon normally. Yeah. Easy. Very easy. And now we got an extra 3k souls. So now we can use a homeward bound, which just puts us to the last bonfire the rest of it. Nothing too hard for the first 2 bosses. Nothing too hard at all. I think we have a soul. Yeah. Or reverse hollowing, just so we're not carrying around a humanity. Because if we die, we lose any humanities on us. Which is why I'm not using all my humanities. There we go. Now we're at 24, and we need 1 kill for another level, so I'm just gonna go do that. We'll put 1 into Vitality. There we go. Now we have 682 HP. Okay, so I've decided we are going to kill Havel because we can skip a larger section of the game if we do kill him. Not a larger section. I do want to show everything, including DLC. We'll be doing basically everything, all the bosses at least, on this playthrough. But that door right there, we can do a little skip from a area that's not really useful to us at the moment. It's a bit useless at the moment, as a matter of fact. Fuck off. I swear to God, man. That's like my 5th death in the first episode. I think we're gonna at least go to the first Battle of Awakening, I think. We're just gonna run past as many enemies we can right now. You know, no point in fighting all of them every single time. Oh. There we go. That was what was supposed to happen the first time. Now we get Havel's Ring. And later on we'll get Havel's Armor. This ring we're basically keeping on the whole game. The ring was named after Havel the Rock, Lord Gwyn's old battlefield compatriot. Havel's men wore the ring to express faith in their leader and carry a heavier load. So now I'm pretty sure. Can't wear the whole thing, but I think we can wear this. There we go. But I think we'll just wear this. There we go. Well, no. It's the same thing, basically. Yeah. Brings up by 25 points. But now, we got a decent amount of souls from that as well. But now, we are in the Darkroot Basin. This area we'll come to later. Because right now, we just want to go through here. The grass shield's just down there, which we're going to be going to grab later. Alright, now there's a Titanite Demon in here, which thank God he did that, because we are just going to run past him. At the moment, we don't want the smoke. You hear that? We're going to talk to him in a second. But first, Dame Souls. We're gonna light this bonfire. And we're gonna rest at it. We're gonna go 25. That's not really worth it at the moment, really. It's only an increase of like 2 and 1.5. Yeah, we'll go strength. We'll go 1 into strength.
Well, you must be a new arrival. I'm Andre of Astora. If you require smithing, then speak to me.
We don't have any Titanite shards at the moment, though. We can learn Gesture from him, hooray. And we can get Titanite shards from him. This we'll need for later. And you can buy weapons from him as well. But I don't usually. And then there's arrows. I usually just buy Titanite shards. Buy 1 at the moment. And then we will reinforce this, make it 143 damage. Now, we're going to go and see one of the main staple characters. And there's one we missed as well. Of the Dark Souls series, which is... well, you'll see.
Oh, forgive me. I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegmeyer of Katarina. Quite honestly, I've run flat up against a wall. Or a gate, I should say. The thing just won't budge. No matter how long I wait. And oh, have I waited. So here I sit, in quite a pickle, weighing my options, so to speak. Still closed. Still closed.
This is Sigurd, an Onion Knight of Katarina. He's our pal. He's an adventurer. He goes on adventures. We're gonna go and get that door open for him. That's Sen's Fortress, and up there, above my head, is around the area where you fight the Iron Golem. But now that we went through here, we're on the other side of the castle, which is an area you can run through. I usually just take that path around it. usually just find it a bit better. That's big damage for this point in the game, one-shotting enemies. It's pretty big damage. At the top of this is the first spell of awakening, right there. And you fight the bell gargoyles up there. However, if we go over here, come on. Do an attack. Come on, buddy. What are you doing? Are you gonna do an attack, or... There we go. Now, we have another Firekeeper Soul. And a Titanite Shard. We can go upgrade our weapon again. You know, I probably won't summon for every fight in this playthrough, just when it's like, you know, Slii, because it's Slii. Just feels right, you know. Just feels right to summon Slii, even when you don't need him. Just summon him, you know. The Knight Slii. We actually could have talked to him earlier, and I didn't. That's my bad. But we'll see him. We'll see him on this playthrough. That I know for sure. Yeah, so basically, when you're reverse hollowing, if you're online, you can get invade and stuff like that. But if you're offline, then you basically can just summon. And you can get invaded as well. But only by NPCs. Hi. I haven't watched this cutscene in a long time. So, should be refreshing to watch. Those two look a little bit different than the other ones. It's because they're alive. This is like the first real boss. Like this, we've had two other bosses, but this is the first actual boss that's semi-hard to fight, I guess. Oh, Slii did it right away. Slii killed the first one. This is why I usually don't summon, because then it's kind of like not even fighting him, really. That's Slii, you know? See, like, that was just, it was too quick, you know? And he's gone. He disappeared. He had a decent amount of souls, though, so we can level ourselves up pretty nice. Probably get endurance up a little bit, you know? But now we climb up and we get to the first bell of awakening. There's two you gotta ring, as the guy at Firelink Shrine that I cannot remember the name of mentioned. There's two you gotta ring, and this is the first one at like the highest point in the map that we go to at the moment until Anne Orlando. Haven't watched this cutscene in a while either. Usually skip past him. I think I'm gonna end the episode after we get back. Might go grab the Grass Crest shield, and then it'll go. But yeah, now it's quicker if you just Homeward Bone. Back. The Rite of Kindling, we'll grab probably next episode. We're gonna grab it before we get to Anne Orlando, cause it's a pretty useful item, and it's behind a pretty easy boss.
Well, I need
This uses Twinkling Titanite, but I'm gonna buy because what level is it right now? +2. That'll get us to +3. Yeah, we could get it to +4. I'll buy 4 of these. That'll cut a little bit into our levels, but I feel like it's worth it. And then we need 3 Titanite shards for the next one. Don't get yourself killed. Yeah, we're gonna go endurance at least up to 15 with our next few levels. And then I guess I could just buy the more Titanite shards with the rest. No point in walking around with 2,000, you know? Especially since where we're going, there's pretty high chance that we end up getting off. So where we're going, we need to run past this guy. This guy can drop the halberd I was talking about. So, going to make an attempt to kill him. Do a decent amount of damage. Don't fall off the edge, please. One more hit on him, then you'll be dead. And dead. If he does drop the... that's a shame. Kinda wanted to do the halberd. Or it's not halberd, it's a something else. And then you can go in here. This is like the main thing you're guarding. But first, we'll go to the Grass Crest shield, which isn't that great of an actual shield, but it's a medium metal shield of unknown origin. The Grass Crest shield is lightly imbued with magic, which slightly speeds up stamina recovery. That's what we'll be using. But you can do that and light the bonfire, and it just goes to the Valley of the Drakes. But we're just gonna homeward bound all the way back to the last area, and then we'll go to Firelink Shrine. There's some stuff we can clean up there after we upgrade our weapon to +5. Doing pretty good so far. Already got a +5 weapon. There are quicker methods, but as you can see, it's now completely gone from here. And that's because special number required to send weapons. But you can ascend it to make it like fire imbued or magic imbued, crystal, stuff like that. Raw is another one, but we're going to do the large ember and the very large ember ascensions, which makes it so you can get all the way up to plus 15. Which, this is the second strongest weapon in the game, I'm pretty sure. I think it is. I can't fully remember, but I think it's like the second strongest weapon in the game. When upgrade to plus 15? We don't have any better rings, do we? No. There's one ring, which we will get right now, actually. Just let me sit down first. Because there's a guy here to visit. Not enough for a level. This guy.
Hello. I don't think we've met. I am Untitled of Karim. We're both undead. Perhaps we can help one another. What business do you have? If you have none, then stay silent.
This guy, you can keep him alive. And what he does is he kills your firekeeper lady. And that's not very good because we can't use this, but you can do a little quest line where you don't kill him here, he kills your firekeeper, and then you go to Anor Londo, and outside the area where you fight Orange Sheen Smo, you can invade him, and yeah, blah blah blah. But the much easier thing to do is
Leave me no choice.
kick him off the fucking mill. And he's dead. And then, what you do, just like in Bloodborne, with the guy you can shoot repeatedly, you exit out, right? You go back here, and you load the game. You just go back in. And then his item will be right here. Humanity and the Ring of Favor and Protection. A ring symbolizing the favor and protection of the goddess Fina, known in legend to possess fateful beauty. This ring boosts its wearer's HP, stamina, and max equipment load, but breaks if removed. So basically, you can't remove this. So we're going to use this ring for the whole game, and since unlike DS2 and DS3, you only have 2 ring slots, later on there's a boss where we will be like completely ooga boogoing it, because we have to take off the Havel's ring. And basically makes it so if we don't level up endurance enough, we're going to be slow rolling, so we just have to tank hits. So that's why we're going to be leveling up by vitality to like 30 by then. Usually when I do a strength build by the end of the game, after DLC and everything, I've usually got 30 vitality and 30 endurance, and 40 strength, because 40 is usually where most of the stats cap out. So if I'm doing a dex build, it's 40 dex, strength build, 40 strength, faith build, 40 faith, you know, all that stuff. Intelligence 40 if I'm doing a magic build, but I've only ever done that once. Yeah. Oh, didn't read this. This faintly warm metal engraved with the symbol of the sun is the ultimate honor awarded to those who summon the Warrior of Sunlight and complete a goal. The symbol represents Lord Gwyn's firstborn, who lost his deity status and was expunged from the annals, but the old god of war still watches closely over his warriors. So, this is what Solaire gives you, if you talk to him, which I didn't do. We'll talk to him later, though. Or if you win a fight with him and he's alive by the end of the fight, then you get this. And basically the lore and the theory is that there's one statue in Anne Orlando, in the boss room, outside the chamber of the princess. There's a statue missing next to Gwen and Guinevere, I think. Yeah. And everybody thinks that the missing statue is basically Solaire, and Solaire is one of Lord Gwyn's firstborn. But yeah. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, we basically just saved our ladies. There we go. Now we can wear the full set and medium roll. One more thing. I think we can hear this guy snoring now. Who is that? It's not the bird. Who is that? Don't know. Guess we'll have to find out in the next episode. I think that was a pretty good first episode. Hopefully you guys did too. Yeah. So that was our first episode. I'm gonna try and upload once a week. I already missed, or once per weekday. Maybe a double upload every once in a while. I know I missed Monday, which is today, tonight when I'm recording this. But yeah, I'm gonna try and upload like every weekday and not on the weekends. Sometimes on the weekends, but it's not like gonna be dedicated to my schedule. But yeah, so hopefully you guys are ready for this series. I know I am. Dark Souls 1 is a game that's very close to my heart. And I especially can't wait until we get to Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne. Because Bloodborne is my favorite game that FromSoft has ever released. Elden Ring's up there. Dark Souls 1's up there. Dark Souls 1 was my first ever Souls game I ever played. And From Software game in general that I ever played. But yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like and subscribe. It's free. And if you ever stop enjoying my content, you can always just unsubscribe. You know, no harm, no foul. Take a chance on my content. If you feel up to it, you know. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Way too many bands on my bank, I can't transfer. All these pussy boys who want smoke, I give cancer. All these bitches all on my phone, I don't answer. Glocky make a move, Michael Jackson.